Before we jump into today's episode, quick shout out to our sponsor, eBay Live. If you think eBay is just a marketplace, you're missing a whole side of it. eBay Live is where real-time excitement means rare, exclusive, hard-to-find cards and collectibles. You can watch live auctions, catch exclusive drops, and buy directly from trusted and, quite frankly, the best sellers like myself while it's all happening. It feels like a show, not just shopping, with great hosts, the aforementioned me, creators, and streamers. Plus, everything's backed by eBay's protections and authenticity guarantees. To check it out, download the eBay app, tap the eBay Live button right under the search bar. Make sure you follow, obviously, Sports Cards Nonsense. Let's get back to your show.
Welcome to another episode of Hobby Nonsense, and get ready, because it's our most controversial episode ever. Right? Is that right?
We're talking a lot about different controversial subjects.
Okay.
One being the Jason Paige drama that has been occurring over the weekend. We're also going to be touching a little bit on the bricks and minifigs drama that is going around.
A religious mafia may be involved? I don't know.
Allegedly.
This
is all alleged.
What do we have other one? Is that just it?
I think that's
okay.
I mean, we'll talk about I don't know. You got any other dramas going on?
I don't have any other dramas. But, that's good, because other stuff is like just more interesting. Actually, you could consider it drama when we're going to talk about the Marvel Chrome card count increase in this year's Chrome product. It's pretty dramatic.
Okay, we're talking about that?
Yeah, but here's the thing. They have offset it with some positives. So we're going to talk about Marvel Chrome. We're going to talk about the controversial controversies. We're going to talk about, I have on here My Little Pony, but I don't really have much. I didn't even look into it. My Little Pony
trading cards?
Yeah, it came up like on the last week's SCN episode where I was just like, My Little Pony cards? Let me look into that. And then I wrote it down.
Hold on.
And I didn't do any research. I can tell you they're at Target. Thanks to BJ. He sent me a picture.
Well, yeah. Starbright. What is the chase? There's one particular chase pony. That's
all I know is
if
you're a guy who collects them, those called
are called bronies. No,
there's a documentary.
Well, guys that dress up like ponies are called bronies.
Then what? Okay.
And yeah. What?
I don't want to dive deeper into that.
What do you call a guy that dresses up like a space ranger?
Jesse. I saw what you were doing there, and I didn't care for it, but then I did care for it.
Would you ever cosplay as a pony, cosplaying as a space ranger?
Yes. Oh, no. I don't know. Maybe. That's a fun idea to think about. I don't know if I want to be an animal, period. I feel like once you start dressing as an animal, you're too close to Furryville. And I'm not going that direction.
You're there. You're not. I'm saying you're in Furryville. If you're dressing like any kind of,
you're there. You're not close. You're
there, baby.
You're center of town.
You got a mortgage. You're paying your taxes. You're in Furryville.
Now, can we both confirm here? If you're a Disney character that just so happens to be an animal, that's not the same, though, right?
I don't know.
Right?
If you're a licensed character,
I'm a Pooh Bear. I dress up as Pooh Bear sometimes, or. You could make the argument that Powerline is technically a dog, right? Goofy's a dog.
Goofy is a dog.
So they're in a dog world. So
Goofy Goof.
So I would say that, but that's not the same. They can.
He also walks Pluto around.
That's just.
It's wild.
That's a whole thing. There are terms I want to use, but I feel like I would.
It's like a missing dog link somewhere.
So we're gonna talk about those things. Yeah, I think there was also VeeFriends. Yeah, big news. Actually,
is
dramatic. Does dramatic just have to be like shocking? Does it have to be like drama?
We're all drama filled today.
I guess dramatic is drama. Yeah. So, anyways, let's go ahead.
Someone needs to cut this whole episode into different like reality TV show drama.
If only we had somebody.
I'm looking at Jesse angry,
and then I'm looking back, just staring, and
and then you look at the camera and you do the, I don't know what's gotten into Ray today. He's really like,
cutaways.
Yeah.
We do. Like talking heads. Yeah, baby.
Jinx.
Drama is a mode of storytelling performed through action and dialogue, by the way. It does not, it encompasses both the written script. Dang it, this is not the word. This is just drama for television, I'm realizing. I don't think this is the actual definition of. So let's go ahead and jump in. Can we start with VeeFriends actually?
Of course.
So on
Your favorite character, the Grizzly Adams, right?
Gracious Grizzly.
Oh, my bad.
He has a name, and it is not that. The VeeFriends thing was interesting because today Gary Vee comes on SCN. You're probably not going to hear all of that interview, and it's probably because it got pretty much destroyed in the process of recording and Riverside being a whole thing. So I'm going to hit some of the highlights. I'm going to hit the highlights of what we ended up talking about and what you would probably care the most about. First off, biggest news, and apparently this came out at the moment that he was like live on the pod.
Snap. Apparently,
Topps Pop account made a post showing that we will have our first official MrBeast autograph in VeeFriends.
yay? Question mark.
Here's the thing. I am also saying first official autograph, not autographs. There is one autograph.
There's a dual auto somewhere.
No. It says Superfractor. There's a content condor insert, which I went out there and jacked up the price on that spot, which I thought it was already way too cheap. Most people were selling it for like $75 before this. And I'm like, that was already like $150 spot, in my opinion.
That was one of my questions that I was going to ask you about VeeFriends. And if you want, you can finish your thought, but I'll reframe.
Livy Dunn, Jake Paul also signed in there, as well as a few others.
Under the Content Condor spot?
Exactly. Yeah. Because
so that spot should be like $200.
See,
that should be the most expensive because those are all the celebrity autos. And for you to be able to get those celebrity autos, you have to, if you are a person that is buying into breaks, that's the spot that most likely you want to purchase.
So you're on the same page as me. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know it's also not guaranteed you're going to get an auto in a box.
But you're not guaranteed to get an auto out of the Notorious Ninja, period.
Fair enough. But so that's...
Unless it's a Gary Vee auto.
Well,
right?
and so there are Gary Vee autos. That's the only other thing, but that's a whole separate thing. If you want
check out the checklist.
If you want other than Gary Vee autos, you got to go with the Content Condor spot. But that's my thing is I think people will chase that. I think that is a big card because if nothing else, the fact that MrBeast can promote it, hype it, if he chooses to, that is huge. And if somebody comes out with, hey, the MrBeast auto, there's enough people out there that love social media people that even if it's just a fellow influencer buying it, it would be
dude, just look at
huge.
Like currently in movie theaters, you have, I think, 2 different horror movies that are directed by content
YouTubers.
Creators.
Backrooms, I saw that.
Backrooms, and I think that other one, I can't remember the other name of the other.
Oh, was that Markiplier or was
I can't remember. It's another horror movie. And this horror movie has, until this weekend, has increasingly beat the previous weeks in sales, and that has not.
That's not Backrooms?
No, it's not Backrooms. It's another one. And that has not happened since E.T.
What?
Yeah.
Well, this is I
can tell you
monumental. This will cause a monumental shift in Hollywood, in my opinion. When I first saw the news about like YouTube directors, creating these films for next to nothing and then putting them out and having $100+ million weekends globally.
Obsession, I think it is.
That's huge. We're going to see more. If you see more movies, you're definitely going to see cards and things like that about it. You can guarantee that. So, but going back to VeeFriends though, the fact that you got the MrBeast autograph chase in there, and you'll have like numbered MrBeast in there. Then you've got the Liv
Morgan?
No,
Livy Dunn.
I think I said that earlier, didn't I? Livy Dunn autos in there. You've got, who is the motivational speaker? I am totally blanking, and I thought I had this checklist pulled up in front of me. Robbins.
Tony Robbins.
Tony Robbins. He's also in there.
That's cool.
Yeah, and a few others. The guy from SNL as well.
Which one?
Kill Tony. If I said the guy, then it means I don't remember his name, so I can't tell you.
Dude, I heard today, Chris Kattan? Like, apparently he had broken his neck on a sketch on SNL.
Oh, yeah.
And like, that's why we haven't seen him as much, and he can't really do a lot, and he got addicted to the pain pills that are in. I'm like, oh man, that's so sad.
He was in The Middle. Chris Kattan was on the show The Middle because my daughter watches that all the time. But yeah, I always loved him just because I was a fan of Night at the Roxbury. But also SNL at the time. Let's stop sidetracking just for a second. I want to stay focused on VeeFriends.
I got it.
The MrBeast auto is one part of it. The other part is, of course, you've got the erupt insert in this product. Erupt is going to include a bounty on one of the cards, specifically the very, 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 very black cat.
Yeah.
I don't know how many varies. I never know.
Who's putting out the bounty? Do you know?
One of the collectors. I don't remember his
one
name.
Of the big.
Yeah, one of the big VeeFriends collectors.
Gotcha.
It is, if you're not familiar, the Erupt card was done by the same artist who created the Kaboom insert. So inherently, there's this idea like, oh, it's going to be a big insert. And it was pretty popular last year. I think some of the top sales are in the Erupt inserts from last year. So with the bounty at $100,000 for that spot, there's a lot of people who've been trying to sell that spot for over $1,200.
No way.
I ended up every spot that I saw when I listened to my break late last night on Sunday night, it was $1,250. I listed mine for like $950, and I woke up this morning and it was sold.
Yeah, immediately.
So I don't know. I'm sure maybe they'll sell it at $1,250. I don't know, but the fact that that bounty is out there is definitely helping to excel the product sales, I think, to some degree. There's also some pretty interesting things. This is what I've noticed. So there's 200 spots in this, 200 different characters. Some of them are overlapping from like previous years, but I believe the majority of them are new in this year's Chrome. The characters that Gary has talked about in the past, or more recently, he's talked about promoting on whether it was the VeeFriends channels or other people's content windows. Those are the cards that I'm seeing are selling first. I say this because it's effective. Like what he does is effective. There are times where I'm like, man, Gary's going out and he's doing another show and he's doing another video. The fact that he would like be so willing to do so much content around it is like, at times I'm like, don't you want to do other things?
That's his
but
thing.
It works. And and that's the thing.
Wouldn't you want to push something that it's your thing?
I do, but at the same time, he's also been one who's like, guys, don't be too excited about this. This one's not going to like come out and be higher priced than last year's one. And he's like very realistic. And that's what I appreciate about it is like to some point when you hype something or talk about something enough, it gets to a point where you start seeing negative returns because people are tired of hearing about it. They don't want, in fact, you'll get people who are like, I'm so sick of hearing about it. I no longer care. I don't want to get into it. I don't want to be involved in a break or that product. I think so. I don't think he's at that point, but I could see. And so I say all this is to just point out, I felt like his going out, talking up like the fact that the last glass standing, it's a wine glass. It has the base card is like a glass of red wine, but then there's a variation that's a white wine. And then there's a rarer variation that's a rosé. Oh, and it's just like, it's kind of fun. It's interesting.
I kind of like that.
Right? Like, and he comes from a wine background. That's like what he was doing before all this. That's his family's job. Then there's the gritty ghost character, which I think there's a variation.
Is he doing the gritty?
No, it's literally, there's nothing on the card. It's just, it just says gritty ghost, but there's no picture. Yeah, but I like that they actually pulled the trigger on that. Cause like, they could have done that with some like John Cena cards, but I don't think they've actually done that. Just made a card where there's nothing on there at all.
They made an action figure.
They did, except there is something technically there. It's just kind of clear plastic. But no, so those spots though are the ones I think sold almost immediately when the break went up. So anyways, I say all that to say, if you hear Gary talking about characters, like these are the ones that are going to be big in this product coming out, those are the ones you probably want to go out and buy because those are going to be the ones that get snapped up, and those are going to be the ones that people resell for higher values, and they don't accept lowball offers because they know those are the more popular spots. So keep that in mind if you're getting into breaks over the next few days, because here's the thing. You're going to see this for a while. I think you're going to see this product out for at least a few weeks, like as far as like active breaks, active people like buying and selling. It's not going to be a flash in the pan because when Topps allocated, I'm going around and I'm looking at all the like Fanatics Live people. I know I got 2 cases of it, and I go around and see all the people who have breaks up, and there's very, very few, if any, have more than 1 or 2 case breaks listed, which tells me, oh, so this is very much we're going to send out a little bit at first. We're going to test the market, see how the product does, and then we're going to give you a second wave offering and see, how much you want to go in on it from there. So that means next cases won't get here. Like if they send that out on Wednesday, it means unless they overnight it, you're probably not going to see it till early the following week. So, and that's the week of Disney. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how all this goes. So this is where let's transition from VeeFriends to just the fact that you've got Masterwork that came out last week. We're doing breaks on it this Tuesday.
Tomorrow.
Or it doesn't matter because by the time you're listening to it, it'll be yesterday. Unless I move it to Wednesday. I'm kind of thinking about doing both VeeFriends because I only have 2 cases of each. I might just do them both on Wednesday. But you had Masterwork last week. High-end product, more expensive. VeeFriends, it
is what it is.
It's expensive. Disney Chrome. That's then a couple weeks after that, Marvel Chrome.
We're going to talk about Marvel Chrome.
What? Why? Who? Who are the people? Who says, let's make sure that the people who are going to buy these products are the same people and we spend all of their money so that by the end, there's very little money for them to buy. I don't get why we are doing this where we put out all of the biggest products of the year within a month of each other. It is.
Some would say asinine.
I didn't say that. I would never say that, Topps. I love you so much. Please never take away. But no, it feels foolish on their part because I feel like they're leaving dollars on the table because what'll end up happening is there'll probably be some people who were like, oh, I would have bought extra. I would have bought more, but I just don't have the market for it because the crowd isn't out there buying it, And this isn't even a comment on what the price of the products are, even though, yes, it does involve the fact that they are higher end, so that they are more expensive in general. But I'm not saying go lower the price on all that stuff and then you'll have all these things. I think if no matter what, just having all these back-to-back huge releases just doesn't seem as advantageous as it would be to space it out a little, let people recharge, get another paycheck in or whatever they need to do in order to be able to afford it.
People are taking vacations. We're taking the kids to Disney.
And so that's kind of what you're saying right now is honestly my thinking of they must have a reason because they wouldn't do this if it was on accident. They must be doing this on purpose. I don't get it. And therefore it upsets me. But if there's a real solid reason, I'd love to know. Even if you tell me you can't talk about it, Jesse, I'll stop making comments like this because I'll know there's a method to the madness. But at this point, it doesn't make sense. But it doesn't mean I'm not in.
I'm sure it's some sort of printing part of issues and stuff like that.
Maybe. But part of my irritation honestly comes from the fact that I like all these products and I want to be able to get into all of these products, but being not forced to buy into them, but feeling like, oh, well, you got to get into them. Well, you're going to have a lot of money going out at the same time. And as someone who's already spending a lot of money just to buy the product to be able to re-release it out into the wild by breaks or selling personals or whatever, it's like, oh man, my breaking wallet is going to be going down quite a bit. And then just paying for the product up front goes out quite a bit. So I say all this to say, I'm still excited about most of these products coming out. There are things like we talked about last week. Disney Chrome has the facsimile autos for the real people. I don't care about that. But you know what I do care about? I care about a number of those autographs, from Johnny Depp and from a few other live people that are going to be in that product. There's some few
Disney
inserts.
Channel.
There's some Disney Channel talent that will be in there as well. There's going to be a number of parallels that I know will be very popular. And that's just touching Disney Chrome. If we go over to Marvel, which I want to dive in just a little bit deeper on that one, there's a lot of things going on in that one. And then with VeeFriends, I actually am kind of excited to see some of these inserts specifically. I like the Content Condor autographs from the more, famous content creators and things like that.
When are you going to get in there?
There's next year. They said, they promise. There's aspects of all of those things. And of course, Masterworks is just insanely cool. That is one where I'm like, at least that one is very low printed compared to all these other ones. So it's like, okay, there's only so much of that to go around to begin with. But yeah, all these other things. I just wish there was more time.
More time. We need more time. Which do we have is on the VeeFriends? Do we know which characters are getting sketches, or is it just
yeah,
I don't know if it's said on the checklist or not. Or
there's an insert for a there's like a sketch insert spot, but I believe that's just going to be like a pre-printed one, not like actual sketches.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So, but there are sketches. There's a decent amount of sketches in there, I believe.
Do we know? I know that Gary talked about, and maybe on your Lost Files episode that you just had, when the release of retail will come out. Is it the same day? I know that he's talked about a lot of like some hangers with like a promo card.
Yeah,
at Target. Do we have any information on that?
So I believe it's the same day. In fact, I just got a message from a buddy, Volpe. He was saying how there are going to be releases at Walmart, but he doesn't know if it's going to be at Target and maybe a few other places.
I'm sure Target for sure.
Well, let me see what he says. I'll pull it up right
Walmart.
quick. Yeah, that's what I thought was strange. He said,
that's huge.
Yeah. Well, he sent me links too to where you can find it at Walmart right now for the mega boxes and for the
blasters,
or the value boxes.
The value boxes.
Yeah. He said, didn't think they were going to be on Walmart, just at Dick's, Target, and GameStop. Okay. So it will be Dick's, Target, GameStop, but also Walmart as well.
Dick's, Target, and GameStop and Walmart. And this is set to release on Wednesday.
That's my understanding. Yes. Yeah. Let me actually, I'll go to a link and just see if it shows like when it's available. According to this, it is the 10th. So that's Wednesday. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there you go. All right. So let's dive into Marvel real quick. The Marvel Chrome product.
Marvel Chrome
doesn't come out for a few more weeks. July 1st.
July 1st. Oh, just FYI, I'll be out of town on July 4th through that week.
The entire week?
Correct.
Okay. All right, we'll plan as we get closer.
Yeah, I can record in Florida.
Ooh, a Florida vacay? What part of Florida?
I'll be in 38.
Oh, you told me that. That's nice. All right. Before we get too nostalgic of this trip that we don't all get to go on because we weren't invited.
You can come if you want.
Oh, I am not taking your sloppy last minute.
Just bring some ice cream.
Oh, well, yeah, of course. I'm a person with a little manners. I would bring ice cream. The Marvel Chrome product. This is Marvel Comics, not Marvel Studios. So this is the animated characters.
Gotcha.
I'm going to start off.
Comics Chrome.
I will start off by saying the artwork is a step up from last year. I honestly just like the style. If you and I was going to say I'd just show it to you, but I don't think that's.
Can you airdrop it to me?
I could, but I won't. Some of the concept, or not concept art, but just some of the proofs that they've already put out, they look amazing. I honestly am very happy with the artwork. And there's an insert in there called Topps Originals, where we've got original artwork included, which is more than exciting because I thought the only original artwork we were going to get was from the Marvel product that's coming out, I think, later this year by one of the Marvel artists themselves. But now we have some new original art inserts in this product. That's really exciting. The sketches in this product have increased dramatically.
That's sick. I love that.
So I'm going to give you the good news before I give you the bad news. The sketches in 2025, apparently, according to the odds and the numbers that Slab Squatch put together, is that what his name is? Is it Slab Squatch? Yeah, it is Slab Squatch. He's he has a, I follow him on his Substack, but he also has like a X, whatever, Twitter account too, where he posts a lot of this stuff. But I think he posts more on the Substack if you guys ever want to check him out. It's very, very good information. But as far as those sketches go, in 2025, there's 442 apparently. And
that's crazy.
In this year's product, any guesses?
Double. 839.
Actually, let me tell you this before you even guess. Let me tell you how many cards total are in this product. Before you guess, last year's product, there were a total of 273,000 cards and some change. All right. In this year's product, 2026's Marvel Chrome, how many cards are there?
You tell me.
495,000. So it's not 100% increase,
495.
81% increase. There were 1 million inserts in 2025s. There's 2.5 million in this one. So that's how many printed. That's not the amount of different ones.
Yeah.
It's just the total amount.
Yeah, let's make that clear.
Parallels in last year's was 1.2 million. This year's 2.9 million. So that's 141% increase. So there's definitely a lot more cards in this. And there's going to be people who are like, oh, great. They printed it to the moon. They destroyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me throw this out there. As far as autographs go for this product,
mm-hmm.
in 2025, there was 4,993. This year's product, 21,220.
That's crazy.
It's a 325% increase.
What's the percentage of facsimile autos in there?
I don't know, but I do know there's facsimile autos and they're going to be comic artist autos. So you do have both of those included.
Any other
But the
autos?
facsimile autos were not hated on as much as I think the Disney ones from Marvel. So I'm actually kind of okay with that because we're talking about a Marvel comic product. So it's like, a facsimile auto where it's got like a design, like
some
Venom
of them look,
signature.
yeah, the Venom one is.
I actually didn't hate the Venom one. But there's definitely gonna be some that are more popular than others. So you've got that included. The sketch cards. So we just said the autos went up 325%. As far as print runs go, total print run, it only went up 81%. So that's good. I mean, like that means you're going to hit an auto more often than you would have in last year's product. Now, sketch cards, going back to that one. In 2025, there was 442. How many sketch cards are in this year's product?
1,000.
There's 1,000. All right. So you're saying it went up 100%.
Correct.
All right. It went from 442 to 4,949, a grand total of 1,019%.
We better be hitting these sketch cards.
Oh, baby, you
That's
better.
all
If
I'm saying.
I get a box without a sketch card, I'm freaking out. No, 4,949, a 1,000% increase in sketch cards. One, it does worry me that we're flooding the market with sketches and they're going to drop in value. I will say Marvel sketches already are a harder sale in a lot of cases. Depends on quality, right? Like if it's just an amazing quality or character, different story. And that's going to be the same here. You're going to have, the benefit is at least you'll probably have a better shot of getting a sketch card because there's still probably people out there who are like, oh man, I've been trying to hit a sketch card forever. I've never gotten one.
Yeah.
You have a much better chance in this year's Marvel product than you probably have in any other product you've ripped. So that's
kind of fun though.
Right. So it's like, there are some negatives, but there are some positives as well. The fact that they do have the Claude Chrome coming back.
Yeah. I don't like that it's just straight up and down.
How else would you want it?
Well, like maybe like
a little diagonal or something.
Diagonal or maybe like, it just seems too
symmetrical.
Yeah, I don't like
too
it.
Clean. Have you seen one in person?
I haven't seen one in person.
Let me tell you, when you see one in person, I think you'll have a different story because I kind of thought the same. The picture does not do it justice. I said this last year. The picture is cool, doesn't do it justice whatsoever. Once you pull one, it's like, oh, dang, that actually is much cooler. It's like, it's one of these cards where it's like you hate to put it in a sleeve and a top loader because you want to be able to like see it clearly and like kind of feel the grooves and all that stuff. So that is really cool. I don't like the amount of parallels that are in this product. I don't like that they've increased the print run as much. But as far as like, what does that look like? Because you have hobbies, value boxes, and mega boxes. I do think that overall you're in a little better position as far as hobby goes, because hobby last year only increased 10%. So last year you had 50,000 boxes. This year you have 55,000. So
there's going to be a lot more retail.
It's a 10% increase there. Value boxes increased pretty substantially. 2025, 161,000. This year, 416. So it's a 158% increase. And then megas, we didn't even have megas last year. And this year there's going to be 107,000 of them. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of cards There's going to be a lot of parallels. Like we're talking about out of 299, out of 250, out of 225, out of 199, out of 175. There's a lot of higher numbered
250
parallels.
and 299. Like, what are we doing?
It is. I'm reporting the news at this point. But yeah, those are not going to be everyone's favorites, right? But as soon as you hit something lower numbered, we'll be much happier. New characters there are a number of new characters in here. It's not like, I think at this point they brought out like some of the biggest ones that we're going to see. Yeah, like I'll name off a few of these and maybe some of you will know them. Glitch, Hellgate,
I know
which
Glitch.
I think I've heard of Hellgate. Lady Henrietta.
Oh yeah.
Rapid, Sister Sorrow.
My favorite.
There's Ultimate Daredevil,
Yeah.
Venomizer,
Oh yeah.
Venomouse.
Yep. Little mouse venom.
Yeah, there's I don't think like the debuts are going to be necessarily everybody. There's definitely Infernal Hulk. I don't know exactly.
Hulk on fire.
Dark Gwynpool, Dragonfire.
Dragonfire.
I don't think the debuts are necessarily everybody's big chase.
Are they going to have a debut patch or a debut, a debut emblem or a rookie emblem or something like that?
Is there like a relic somewhere included?
Or no, just like on the card, it'll let us know that it's a debut.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, one of the big things that this will have, and we kind of talked about this at the Topps conference, that I am very excited about is they did include one and only cards, which they did in Disney. That's like the Walt Disney card that I pulled. It was the one and only Walt Disney.
Okay.
Except in 2024, the one and only Walt Disney had not only the one and only card, but it also had a cut auto of Walt Disney. In 2025, we did not have the cut auto. It was just the card.
Gotcha.
In this one, it does look like we will have the one and only
Stanley
and Steve Ditko, which is another like the other
guy.
Yeah. So that's pretty exciting that we'll have cut autos included in this one. There's another number of other factors. Those are your highlights for the Marvel Chrome release. I am excited for it. Overall, like weighing everything out, I still think it's going to be a popular product. And here's what I do also think. I think it's going to be lower in cost than what you're going to see Disney Chrome be. I mean, I know for a fact it will be. But that doesn't mean like you're getting much less value. You know, we talked about all the fact of the sketches and all the other cool parallels that you'll see. So
does on the Claude card, does every character have a Claude card, or is it just whatever that insert?
The Claude Chrome, I believe, was every one of them. I'll just double check real quick.
Because that's pretty cool.
Yes, every one of them has a Claude Chrome. Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is. I do like that. And they're numbered this year. I don't think they were numbered last year.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Just to be able to collect like your favorite Marvel characters in the Claude.
Agreed. Yeah.
I think that's cool.
The Claude Chrome is the base. I like this a lot. The base are numbered to 20. Then there's this black Wolverine adamantium numbered to 10, a red Wolverine adamantium numbered to 5, and then a superfractor 1 of 1.
1 of 1.
So yeah, maybe last year's was actually, I can't remember if it was or not. It's weird. I feel like I'm now like inceptioning myself to think that there was. That is your new release schedule, at least from your Topps point of view. Hit us with the Jason Paige information.
Oh man. I don't know if you guys have been hearing there's some Jason Paige drama. So I'm going to try to summarize this as best as I can. So, there is a vendor. He goes by the name of Boosters and Bangers. So he posted a video on his social media of 2 kids coming up to his vendor table, just looking to trade some cards. You know, they're small kids, probably less than 10 years old. It was 2 brothers. And so they go up to the table, and one of the younger brother had 2 cards that they valued. The vendor valued them as $77 total.
Okay.
Right. So the vendor had a Japanese Gengar, fossil Gengar, that the kids wanted, and he valued it at $150. And so he said, you know what? You guys are kids. Let's do the trade. So the kids got the fossil Japanese Gengar.
Mm-hmm.
And then they proceeded to go over to Jason Paige's table. And for the people that don't know, Jason Paige is someone that you're going to see in probably every Collecticon, every large Pokemon event. He is the.
Can I give the audience a clue as to who he is if they don't know? Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all, and you know it's our destiny. Pokemon. There you go.
He is the singer of the Pokemon the animated series.
Dude, you didn't have to say that. They know now.
They know now
after what I just
but
did. They
I
know.
think he also did some background vocals for some
like
Michael Jackson stuff back in the day.
Oh,
also.
did he? Okay.
So I'm not 100% sure on that. But anyways, I digress. So Jason Paige sets up and so the kids go over to his table and they ended up trading the fossil Gengar for a AGS graded 10 card. Now the card that is in this AGS slab, AGS is another grading company.
Mm-hmm.
Jason Paige says that is the third largest
I saw that
grading company.
He says
which is
PSA, CGC,
and then AGS, which anyways, this card is a promo card that AGS used to give out back in 2025. Like if you graded with them, it's just like a random, it's a card that they made with Pokemon on there. And the name of the card is Robo Grading. It's got a grading machine on the card
but it's not a real Pokemon
But it's
card.
not a real Pokemon card.
Okay.
It's not a real Pokemon card. And so the kids trade this Gengar for this card. It does have Jason Paige's autograph on it, and it does have an inscription on there as well. So, and I'm saying that, and Jason Paige claims that this is a 1 of 1.
Okay.
This is the only card of its kind. And so the kids basically were like, this sounds like a great deal. Let's make it happen. So, and I want to preface by saying, why am I talking about Jason Paige's autograph on this card? So Jason Paige, whenever you go to his table, he charges $50 for an autograph.
Well, for one version of
his regular autograph, and then $100 for his full name autograph.
The cleaner sig.
Yes.
You got to up them prices.
Yeah. Just to be aware of that. Like, I think, which is insane to even charge $100 for an autograph thing. You're Jason Paige. Anyways, and if you want an inscription, it's an additional $25.
Worth it. Every penny.
Just saying. So they did the trade. The kids go back to the vendor table and say, hey, we did this trade with Jason Paige. Basically said he just scammed the crap out of you because this card is not worth $150. So then later, Jason Paige puts out a response video of this video that the vendor had made because it's gone completely viral.
Yep.
And he claims that the trade was a fair trade and it was in favor of the kids, which is absolutely insane.
Well, and he's saying too that the Gengar card was heavily played, if not damaged.
Correct. And I'll get to that. So he claimed that the graded card was $150 in value, period. $148.
The one that he
the
signed.
One he signed. He said that the card itself was $5. The auto and the inscription is $125, and the grading fee would have been $18. So all in is around $150. So Jason Paige says this is actually a better deal for the kids. But the thing is that he showed, to your point, he showed off in the video what the card looked like. And the card is an HP version, which is heavy played. And he claims that it's more of a $75 cost on the card, which I do agree with him on that.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But regardless, Jason Paige just holds, I don't know, he's delusional. What do you think, Sports Boy?
I just went to eBay and I've looked up Jason Paige auto Pokemon cards. Let me check the sold listings just to be sure here.
There's definitely not going to be any sold anytime soon.
Oh no, they're sold. There's lots of them. There's lots of sold ones. The most recent one was May 20th. It is a Pokemon Smeargle. I thought it was Smeagol too, but they put an R in here.
No, it is Smear.
Oh, it is?
Smeagol
Oh, okay.
Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay. So it's a Smeargle, Silver Tempest, signed Jason Paige auto with the inscription, gotta catch them all. This
is it the clean version or is it
sold for $38? There are I can't count how many I'm seeing right now that are either CGC or Beckett authenticated, all listed for $50 and less. And they all have the gotta catch 'em all inscription on there. I'm trying to see one where it's like the longer signature.
The
Cause
cleaner version.
Yeah, okay. There's somebody who's got one listed. A 2001 Neo Discovery Umbreon Hollow PSA 10.
Damn, that's actually a nice card.
With the inscription and the long form Jason Paige. And they've got a buy it now or best offer at $2,500. So
that is a good card, though.
That's card talking more than probably the autograph.
Mhm.
I'd be curious if the auto would hurt or
diminish
help that.
the value.
Yeah.
But
anyways,
I don't want that card with Jason Paige's autograph on it.
I think where I land on all of this is I think Jason Paige in his world thinks that he provided a value to these kids. I don't think he was necessarily thinking, oh, I'm going to scam these kids or take advantage of them. I think the person who was at the show, who filmed it, knew how to make good content and blew it up to make it a little bit bigger deal than it probably was. And I think that both of them are at fault.
I think the vendor,
you know who the
vendor claim is $150 on the card. It's not worth $150. He should have, which I think it is still an even trade for the $77 value that the kids initially traded for the Gengar card, right?
Uh-huh.
The whole thing is that he's Jason Paige. I get a bad vibe.
Here's the thing.
I want to like not be so like mean to Jason Paige and all this, but for him to be charging different prices for different variations of an autograph,
but people
just sounds like a cash grab.
That is what people do, like who do signings. So
no, they don't. Not like different variations of an autograph.
Yeah, there are people who LeBron James has been in headlines recently for like his new autograph versus his older one, because there's like, I don't know if he doesn't do public signings, but there are people who do. They charge more depending on what you want on the card. If they have to put in more effort, they charge more money. So that's not unheard of to me by any means. What is funny and or sad is Jason Paige feeling that his auto adds relevancy to the value of that card.
Yes.
To the point where it's like worth as much as what you're going to pay.
Maybe at one point it did, but now it does not.
No. Yeah. What you're going to pay is not going to get returned to you in value. So I side on the side of no one. I think everyone
side of what?
I side on the side of no one.
No one.
Yeah, I'm not siding with Jason Paige or
we're
with
not
the
talking
dealer.
about sides. We're not picking sides.
Actually, you know who the real problem is? The real fault here? The kids.
The parents.
The kids. Why are they collecting Pokemon? This is for adults. Tell them to get lost. If you were a kid in 1990, yeah, but if you're a kid today, not for you. That's why we have scalpers, to take the cards away from you, because you don't deserve them. Are you just what?
Nothing.
Okay, good.
Nothing.
That's what I thought.
I thought I was talking to Jason Paige for a little bit there.
Me and Jason Paige go way back, okay? Me and him are texting right now. I told him I was going to stick up for him.
Do you hear, like, his manager is talking all kinds of slander to the person that made the video, being very unprofessional.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Doesn't help. And the other things that don't help is that Jason Paige turned off his comments on the Instagram video of his response, but he forgot to turn off the comments on his Facebook video that he posted. So
oh, no.
That is a cesspool.
Is it all positive and they're just being mean to the breaker or the guy at the show?
No. Yeah. So let me know what you guys think. Is Jason Paige taking advantage of people? I mean, he's known to go around vendors' tables.
I've heard this.
And then offer to trade his autograph for a card.
Yeah. It's sad.
It's just like, bro, what are we doing?
At this point, there's more autos than there could ever be demand. I don't think that we need more Jason Paige autos out there. But for him, I'm just trying to think from his point of view. This is his biggest legacy at this point. This is all he has. Unless he comes back and does something much, much. No, he's not. I can't imagine he will. But you know what? To Jason Paige's credit, we're talking about him. Maybe this is exactly what he wanted. He just wanted a little fame. He wanted another 15 minutes, and he was going to get it any way he could. And it's those dumb kids' fault. All right. Sarcasm is our friend on this show. Please, if you're a first-time listener, please recognize that. All right, we go from
Ray's views or Jesse Gibson's views or his views only, and they have no association with Solar Ray at all.
That's a good distinction. That's smart that you did that.
Starting a business can seem like a daunting task, unless you have a partner like Shopify. They have the tools you need to start and grow your business. From designing a website to marketing to selling and beyond, Shopify can help with everything you need. There's a reason millions of companies like Mattel, Heinz, and Allbirds continue to trust and use them. With Shopify on your side, turn your big business idea into... Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/special offer.
Speaking of controversy, bricks and minifigs.
You want to get in on this one?
All right, so I had AI break it down for me.
Oh, that's great.
All right, so here's the story for bricks and minifigs. If you're not familiar, it's a Lego company. It's not a Lego company, first of all. It is a third-party Lego company.
It's a store. It's a
franchise.
It's a brick and mortar franchise store.
Yes,
that people can buy into, where they have rights to franchise the brand, and then they buy and sell Legos. You can go in there, sell your Lego sets.
They have one in Hendersonville now.
Yeah, they just opened one here. You can have a birthday party there. You can do all that. It's no associated with Lego.
No association with Lego
whatsoever.
Yes. Yep. Okay. So here's the breakdown. Core of the scandal. There is a consignment dispute that starts this. So a family consigned a massive Star Wars Lego collection, originally reported to be worth up to $200,000 to a franchise in Salem, Oregon. Missing inventory.
Can I stop you right there?
Okay.
Because there's a very important thing that AI did not mention in this. There was an older gentleman and his son that accumulated all these old Star Wars Lego sets that are valued over $200,000.
They did hear me say that.
Yes, but the older gentleman got sick.
Okay.
The dad got sick, and then the son, him and his dad decided that they were going to sell off their Lego collection to help pay with some of the treatments for him. So the easiest thing that they could do is to go to their nearest bricks and minifigs and consign their one-of-a-kind Star Wars collection of Lego sets that is worth $200,000. So I wanted to mention that because that is a very important.
It does help. It does help with their case, especially in the court of public opinion, if nothing else. So goes on to say ownership of the franchise changed, and the original consigner, I believe his name Brian Mansell, was unable to get his unsold sets or the money for the sold sets back. So all the stuff that he sent in, not only was he not getting the stuff that went unsold, but he's not getting the money either. This is where you enter Reckless Ben, YouTuber.
Well, can I add it to that too? Because there's more into that. So the initial franchisees, one of them was like an author, and some of the books that he writes are kind of controversial, which they wouldn't be able to be published in the United States. So they were going to move out of the country. So they wanted to.
What topics is he writing about?
Trust me.
Really?
Yeah. So anyways.
Does he want to marry like a pet or
not
something?
Like that. Not like that. You're still on your furry talk. But anyways. Yeah. So they were looking to sell the franchise, right? And so they got this $200,000 consignment. And then all of a sudden, the corporate comes in and says, we're taking over your franchise.
All right. Well, hang on. Let me go. So going into this
later into? Okay.
Yeah. So Reckless Ben is a YouTuber who does investigation of some kind. He says the situation went viral after YouTuber Reckless Ben, aka Ben Schneider, released a documentary-style investigative series accusing Bricks and Minifigs corporate and the franchise owners of theft. Now, after this accusation, following that devastating social media campaign and the national backlash, Bricks and Minifigures corporate announced the permanent closure of the Salem, Oregon location. Several ties have been severed. Corporate has parted ways with the franchise owners. Brandon Best and Joshua Johnson were their names, citing evidence of negligence and unauthorized consignment deals by the prior franchise owner. corporate has now said they are doing their best to make amends. They said they have reached out to the affected family to resolve the dispute and ensure that they are fully compensated for their missing collection. Now, this is escalated because the dispute has led to serious legal entanglements. The YouTuber Reckless Ben has been arrested twice in Utah after confronting corporate leadership at their homes and accusing them with local police. Reckless Ben has been arrested twice in Utah after confronting corporate leadership at their homes and has accused local police of misconduct. So he's saying everybody's in on it, apparently.
Mhm.
Now that is where it goes into, I think, the mafia of, I feel bad like even saying, there's a
Religious
Mormon
mafia.
mafia. Yeah, there's a religion. I already said Mormon mafia. That's what they said. That's the name that they're saying. I have no idea. I am not about to start accusing religions of things on a hobby podcast. No, thank you. But that is just more craziness that's coming out of this. And it ends with Bricks and Minifigures corporate has filed federal litigation lawsuits against both the YouTuber for stalking and harassment and the original Lego collection owner for defamation. So they're suing the guys who originally were selling those for defamation. So it's kind of it's dramatic.
It is a big deal,
Yeah.
because this is a franchise and this does hurt all Bricks and Minifigs franchisees. Or I know that our Bricks and Minifigs, the owner actually put out a video also. I did not get a chance to watch it. I looked back to see if it was still up. It's not up.
Oh, they took it down.
They took it down.
I bet you corporate said no.
Yeah. So there's a lot more details in there. Like Bricks and Minifigs allegedly, like on a call, said that you could fight this, but to the original franchisees, said that you could fight this, but just so you know, we have more money than you, and we're just going to draw it out, and you're going to run out of money.
Where did you hear the mafia part? Where did that enter?
I saw it on like a YouTube video or something like that.
Okay, so
yeah,
no real evidence of that.
Not that I know of.
But
there is some digging, because
I'm assuming this goes back to the Reckless Ben guy who's accusing both company leadership and local police of misconduct.
Correct.
And they're saying there's some kind of involvement together.
Because he went to serve the new owner of the franchise papers to sue him, and the police was already there looking to arrest Reckless Ben, because there's a lot of and then that's why they closed the store, because if they close the store, then there's no obligations to pay out on the consignment and like all this stuff. Yeah. It's a lot of really legalese, and it's just messed up, because they should do the right thing and either honor the consignment or just give the Legos back.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But
obviously,
apparently the $200,000 is.
Here's the thing: I can't imagine there's a ton of margin in Lego. I mean, maybe there is, like in these Lego pieces. Honestly, I shouldn't even say that, because I really have no clue if there's a ton of margin. But I don't view like our Bricks and Minifig store as being like this huge money making opportunity. But I mean, if there's a franchise of them, they must be selling something to make it worth the while.
I mean, it's like a GameStop for It's like a GameStop for Lego sets.
Yeah,
I go in there and hey, I have a Lego set here that I want to get rid of. Maybe it's a current Lego set. Let's just think of, I don't know, the Game Boy handheld Lego set that you see everywhere, right? Like you have a brand new one and you bought it for like $30 and you just need some quick cash, and they're like, all right, I'll give you $15 for it.
But I mean, that's a lot of money though.
Yeah, but if you do that over and over and over and over and over again,
that would be basing it on the fact that there would be that many people going through. There's a lot of turnover coming in. I just don't think there's that many people in our local area or in many local areas, unless you're in just some big metropolitan city where there's going to be that much demand on Lego products that you can sustain a company, a brick and mortar company for that matter, staying open with the
it's just like grading. Have you been to the Bricks and Minifigs?
No, not inside.
So you go in there, their whole showcase is nothing but minifigures.
What's the values on some of these?
Some of them are like over $300, $200. So like one minifigure is like, let's say the average is like $50 a minifigure, depending on what you get. Right. So it's just like trading cards.
I do feel like I grossly underestimated it because I know there's a high end, right? We're talking about $200,000 worth of Star Wars Legos. So there's obviously people who are willing to pay, but that is also like where my knowledge kind of lands when I think of high end. I think of, Star Wars Legos. I don't think of much other Legos that are like demanding those kinds of premiums.
Look up Bionicles and Ninjago and like all these other sets. That
I remember what was the guy who we had on the podcast to talk Legos who had like he was on
the rarest
Pawn Stars trying to
that Bionicles
but I just view that as more rare because that the way he talked about it didn't seem like it came up all the time. So yeah, I am fully willing to admit that I am not the expert on the issue, and this is just more of the news story going around.
These stores also have like auxiliary products there that could help with your Legos. Like I went in there and I bought like a display case for all my Speed Champion sets, or like stands or new pieces or things like that. You know, there's like other things and then they have birthday parties there.
Okay. So there's definitely reason to go in there and buy other than just like, hey, I'm looking for a Lego piece. I'm looking for maybe accessories to show off my Legos. And sounds like a card shop in its own way, right?
It's a very card shop feel.
Okay. Well, all of the fanfare out of the way for that story, I do think it's interesting, like that there's a dramatic story like that in Lego. I just don't, and this is again, ignorance, right? I just don't see that being as dramatic of a hobby as like the card hobby has been. But again, I'm much more involved in this side of things. So, all right.
You need to build some Lego sets, bro.
Well, I got into it, and then it's like just as fast as I got into it, I got like a few other Lego sets. I still have like my Darth Vader mask that I've yet to build, and I've got like one other one too. Oh, my Mario one, my Mario Kart one. That
they came out with a Luigi one.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah.
Man, yeah, I still haven't. Those are both still in the box. I haven't built either of those yet. One of these days, I need to be like snowed in or something. Internet's out, and that's what I'll do. I'll just sit there and build Legos.
Dude, building Legos is just, for me, I can just sit there and like not think of anything else, and I'm just building one Lego, one bag at a time.
I do like that. That's divided up into bags.
I love that, man. And you know, some of new Fast and Furious cars are coming out, so just pop in a Fast and Furious and put in
watching
your own skyline. And
I think we were watching Back to the Future when I built my DeLorean.
See, you got the little mini DeLorean?
Yeah, like it's not the smallest one, but it's like, I don't know.
Oh, you got the regular size one?
I think so. I don't know what regular is, right? So I don't.
Do you?
I can tell you it's not the size of an actual DeLorean.
Do you have the Speed Champions one is like little?
Not that small.
No.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah. There's a lot of fun in the Lego world. This was a less fun story, but figured we'd share it. WWE Cosmic Lunar Box.
Yeah.
Just hit with that.
You didn't know this was a thing, and I didn't know it was a thing for the longest time till recently. But in any cosmic product, if it's NFL, if it's NBA, in this case, we're talking WWE. We've been breaking WWE Cosmic for the past week. We're going to be breaking it again this coming Thursday. So if you guys want any spots, we've been pulling nothing but heat. One of the
honestly, at this rate, I don't know if there are going to be spots left. The things have been selling out so fast.
So. One of the big cards that we hit, shout out to Bodega Cards. She had an out of 10 Milky Way Marks insert of the Undertaker auto, which is amazing. But you were talking about the lunar boxes. So I don't know how rare these boxes are, but apparently you can open up a box, and usually the packs are silver or whatever. You open up the box, and the packs, all of them are red. And in each pack, you're going to get an out of 10 lunar card, which an out of 10 is black usually, but this one would be red with a different refractor pattern.
Okay.
And I think that's pretty cool because you're like continuing to chase.
Yeah, for sure.
Something that's like super rare. And I've only seen like one breaker actually have one. So.
At this point,
do you know the odds of lunar?
I don't know what the odds are because I don't know if they necessarily publish that. Like they may, but I would think like a lunar box is typically when they do like a God box or something like that, because it happens in cards, non-trading or sports cards, non-sport cards, as well as Pokemon. But they don't really advertise the odds of like a God box like that happening.
True.
So I don't think we will know, but it is a cool little aspect to it. And here's what's great to see is like the cosmic set, this cosmic card set has sold actually much quicker, much easier than most of the other ones. And again, I think this goes back to the fact that we finally have one that's more reasonably priced.
And not only that, but out of all the WWE products that I've broken, this has been my favorite art out of all of them.
Oh,
like
that's
I
cool.
love the design. I love the art. I love the pictures that they use for these cards for the wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still like the, whatever they call it, the chromatic, like it's a chrome set, right?
Sure.
So it's better than a paper product. And the solar system theme with the planetary pursuits and everything that's going on about it. I really like this product. I love
glad.
this. I like it's my favorite. It's my favorite.
At this point in time, this will be one of the busiest weeks we've had all year for breaking because it's Masterwork, VeeFriends, and Cosmic coming, and then,
Just in the same week, and we're not including the week that we had before because you did Masterworks.
yeah,
I did Chrome.
and then next week you got Disney Chrome, and then 2 weeks after that, yeah, there's a ton of stuff coming out. It's just a very busy time. I encourage everybody, because we've had a number of you listeners come over and just hang out in the shows. Even if you don't want to buy anything, come and hang out. We've actually had a number who've come in and like, hey, this is my first break ever. And I will say, it doesn't happen every time, but I feel like I feel like I'm being very dirty. It feels dirty to say this. A lot of the times when they come in and they're like, oh, this is the first time, we end up hitting them something, or at least I have hit them something. Now there are times where I remember it's like, oh, it's my first break. I didn't get anything. And then I just felt bad and I ended up sending them something anyway, just because I was like, thank you for coming and letting me be the first guy you broke with. But all that being, nope, I'm not going to do it.
That would have been the first. Yeah. I think you're at a 0. You're in a clean slate right now.
No, I'm not at 0. I've definitely said it a couple times. But I do say this because I appreciate people coming in and hanging out, whether they're buying or not. Like just to come in, talk, just be a part of the crowd. It makes it more fun when there's more people in the chat talking about glizzies and whatever they're doing on the weekend, and maybe nothing about the cards that we just pulled. So you're encouraged to come in and hang out with us whenever we're live, whether you want to actually be involved in the buying side of it or not. Is that true for you? We
talk wrestling on my thing.
You can't talk wrestling on mine.
We talk wrestling.
What's on your hat, by the way?
It's a Blue Jays hat.
But it's green and red, and there's no blue in it.
Correct.
You would just think, Blue Jays, there would be some blue.
It's a Blue Jays
There's
hat.
Literally no blue in that Blue Jays hat. Well, that's your show. This is, what we've done?
This has been the quickest.
This has been the shortest episode, and last week was the longest
Not
episode.
enough nonsense.
There was, I felt like there was a little bit of a hodgepodge earlier on. We were getting into a lot of good detail, but at the same time, it took up a lot of my mental power, I think. I think we covered everything that was interesting or of note at this point. Oh, you know what? That's not true. There's 2 other things. If we stopped and thought about it, we could fill another hour easy. Because I'm just thinking like, oh, my shoulder's feeling better, and I was gonna.
Is it? Did you end up going to the doctor?
So I went to get a massage because my muscles have been so tight that the chiropractor hasn't been able to do much. And like my back has been out of alignment. And she's like, yeah, that can be affecting your shoulder somewhat too.
Yeah.
And I got
what did he say about it again?
Well, the chiropractor said that it is not torn, but it's just, there's like partial tears or something like that. But what it was, I got this massage, super painful because they did deep tissue and I wasn't used to it. And I mean, there were times where I'm audibly going, like literally that high pitch.
Uh-huh.
And I go after the massage to the chiropractor like a day or so later.
Oh,
and she's doing what she can to try
sports falling apart over here.
Well, it's just the shoulder. I'm just trying to get the shoulder back to normal. And she's like, yeah, you're able to do all these movements that, someone with a torn rotator cuff couldn't do. So it's like, you don't have that, but it's weird that you're still having like so much pain. And someone had suggested doing dry needling or acupuncture.
Did you do acupuncture?
Yeah. Have you ever done it before?
No, I've never done it before. How was that? Where do you go doing that?
Game changer. Let me just, everybody listening, if you've never done it, game changer for muscle soreness relief. She just has it like, cause she does, they call it dry needling. She said in Tennessee, they have to call it dry needling unless you do like 800 hours of acupuncture training or something like that. So it's been, excuse me, I got choked up there. It's essentially the same thing.
Okay.
But they just take this tiniest little needle, like maybe an inch long or
Dry
something,
needle.
and she sticks it into the muscle. And what that does is causes more blood flow to that muscle. What's crazy is when she would stick it into one in my shoulder, she was like, oh, wow. Like she would see like the ripples, the muscle would just kind of like spasm out. And then if she touched like just the top of the needle that's sticking out, it would be like a shock of pain, almost like a TINS machine or something was on me, electrocuting me. And so she would say, oh, okay, that one's not ready yet. We'll just leave it alone. But then another minute or two later, she would touch it. It's like, oh, it didn't do anything. I didn't feel that shock. And so after a few minutes, I think there was like 6 total in different muscles in my shoulder. She got done. I got up, and I kid you not, it was already different. But by the next day, it was night and day different. Like I can do whatever now. Like there's
easy there, Tiger.
But I'm just saying, like it's crazy. Like I had no idea that was such an effective tool for muscle releasing. Like because I had a lot of inflammation, and those muscles just were not getting looser, and that's what some of the problem was. Granted, I'm still healing from like whatever partial tear or whatever I did to it, but it's so much better. So this is your promotion for all you hobbyists in the chiropractic and acupuncture realms. Check it out. I mean, it's not, there are things like where they're doing like acupuncture to harness your chi or something like that. That's totally different than when they do it for muscles.
For muscle relaxation.
Yeah. Muscle is a totally different thing. So yeah. But that was not what I was going to mention.
That's good stuff though.
Right?
I'm glad Sports Board's on the up and up.
Well, and I mentioned it too, because like every time for years and years of doing this show or doing SCN, it's like all I've found that is consistent across all of it is people who listen are very similar to me and or whoever's talking in one way or another, because they relate in some way or another. And for us, it's obvious. There's a lot of men that listen to the show, men and women, but a lot of men who are around our same age
and furries
and who experience very similar things in life that we do. So it's like, well, if I've experienced it, I'll throw it out there because it helped me so much. It'd be a shame to not tell someone else.
Well, there you go.
What I was going to say before I got into all
a lot
that,
of your personal life on this podcast. You know that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
It's cathartic in a way.
Yeah. I try not to, I'm more of a man of a mystery here.
That's okay. You can do that. That's fine.
I'm not. Yeah. I'll keep my, my masseuse sessions.
But
under
if
secret.
you find something helpful in your life, don't you want to share it with others? Like if there's something good, don't you want others to be able to benefit from it as well? Oh,
I suppose so.
Oh my goodness. And that reminds me of the thing I was going to talk about from last week. So I teased this last week as far as
where you're finding all the Disney 100 cards.
Where I'm finding Disney 100. Yeah. All right. I almost got away without saying it, but I will go ahead and
I didn't know if you were going to tell us because you wouldn't let me tell my other thing.
What was your other thing?
About the Disney product that's releasing and someone's going to be signing in it that we can't.
Well, that's not, that's an embargoed information. We can't talk about that.
I might have.
Don't. You are going to get cut out. You list my number, you list my phone number in a break, and now you're trying to do this?
I didn't do that.
Yes, you did, you freaking liar. This guy is walking on the edge. I'm going to tell you that right now.
I did not do that.
Yes, you did. All right. Before I get into where I've been able to, I guess, take advantage of inconsistencies in markets, let me just share this. There was some news about the $100,000 TCG tournament. So that's the product Rush of Icor. Upper Deck is hosting essentially this big tournament where it's a 3x3. So you have to have like 3 members, I believe, on your team to compete. It's $80 a ticket. It's going from, let me see. It opens May 17th and for registration, if you want to enter this tournament, it is going
May
to have
17th?
a $100,000 prize pool altogether. That's when it opened. So like,
Oh, gotcha.
yeah, so you could start entering. But at this point in time, it's still open. I think it starts July 30th and goes through August 2nd is when the event actually is held.
Got it.
So that's the 2026 Rush of Ichor Championship, $100,000 prize pool. 3v3 is the team format, and they do say beginners are welcome. So it is in Indianapolis. If you guys are living around there anyway, maybe something cool to check out. So
I want to start playing a new. You want to start playing TCG?
I would love to get into.
What do you want to get into? Lorcana? I think we need to get into Lorcana.
I think Lorcana would be fun.
I mean, it would be fun.
From what I've heard, is it's like one of those where it's a little bit easier to get started with. Like it's like a good beginner's TCG. So yeah, I'd be all for it.
Dude, I forgot about this. We were talking about this on the stream. Lorcana got mentioned, and I told everybody, I'm like, I think people are sleeping on Lorcana, and so I've had this treasure trove on my windowsill for like the longest time because I was gonna open it up on the stream.
What's a treasure trove?
It's like an ETB for Lorcana. They call it treasure trove.
Oh,
anyways, so it's just sitting there, right? I'm like, oh, here's a treasure trove here. And then I mentioned that you had mentioned last week that there was a set that just went like crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was the Fabled. It was a Fabled treasure
That's what
trove.
you had?
And I looked at it because I bought like 2 booster boxes, and I bought like maybe like 6 or 5 treasure troves to open, right? And I never got around to opening the treasure troves.
Okay.
The treasure trove, guess how much it's worth now?
I think it's like $350.
You're close. $283 for a treasure trove. That's insane.
For
the Lorcana Fabled treasure trove, it's $283. That has that's kind of outpacing any recent Pokemon.
Do you know
Elite Trainer box?
Do you know what's causing that?
Well, I mean, I knew right off the bat when I looked at this set, and we talked about this set on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the Winnie the Pooh epic. It's got the Ariel, the Eye to Eye enchanted card, the Steamboat Willie enchanted. And it has the Mickey Mouse and the Minnie Mouse on there too. The 2 iconic cards that are on there. And dude, I think that this new set, gosh, what is it called? Wilds Unknown.
Yes.
Also has very good cards, just like Fable. And so if you are looking to probably invest in Lorcana, I know I mentioned it a little bit on the podcast last week, but definitely pick up some of the Wilds Unknown booster boxes.
Oh, I went looking for some this weekend. I actually bought so I went to that shop up in White House.
Yeah.
And they didn't have any boxes for sale, but they did have packs. So I bought like 3 packs. And I was like,
did you open? Of course you opened.
Oh, I ripped them in the shop. I bought 3 packs of that. I bought 3 packs of Bill Nye the Science Guy trading cards, which I did not know existed.
Cool.
So those are being kept. But these I went ahead and ripped. I didn't get anything. So I bought 5 more. I pulled a iconic Pocahontas.
Oh, that's
which
what's
is cool.
The value on that?
I think it was like a few bucks. It's not crazy. It's not like the most rare or anything. Then I pulled 2 more iconics. Actually, I pulled a Rex from Toy Story.
Iconics is the largest, like the hardest card to pull. So I doubt you pulled an Iconic.
Is that the one? That's okay.
There's only like a couple.
I'll have to check the rarity level, but yeah, it's not the most rare. Because the Rex I pulled, I think was like $10 to $12 or something, and then I pulled a Sleepy or Doc, one of the 7 dwarves.
Gotcha. From Wilds Unknown.
This is all from Wilds Unknown.
So here's the rarity
for the buzz.
Iconics are the top of the line. There's only 2 iconics in this set: the Buzz Lightyear and then the Merida.
Oh yeah, from Brave.
And then you have the Enchanteds. Okay. And then you have a lot of Enchanteds.
Yeah, you'd have to go a little bit.
Those are the 2.
I pulled whatever the step under Enchanted was.
Gotcha.
By the way, if you're wondering, when we're talking about like these prices, there's apparently 2 listed for the Buzz Lightyear iconic, the Jungle Ranger. starting at $5,400.
For
Do you go by,
PSA
when
10.
you look at the TCG player, do you look at market price or the listing price?
You look at whatever the solds are, and you got to make sure on top left you change it to near mint.
Okay.
Because sometimes it defaults into like another random.
I see. Yeah. All right. So yeah, I mean, right now I don't see.
And I look at the market price.
The market price is different. Obviously, the market price is around 2,400, but the listings are at like 5,400 on the lowest end. The Merida is at a little over 1,000 for the market price. So yeah, those are crazy. It is still nothing compared to what that fabled Mickey Mouse does. The fabled Mickey Mouse is, I think it's like actually, hang on. The Brave Little Prince. So this is what I'm not sure of. The listing, there's one listing at $10,000, but the market price is showing much lower. It's like at 1,900 or something. I thought that card was doing like in the 2,000 to 3,000.
Yeah, no, that card. I'm looking at it right now. It's the Brave Little Prince iconic, $1,700.
It is 70. Oh, so that's what. Okay, so that's really crazy.
And then the Minnie Mouse Sweetheart Princess is $1,100.
So those boxes do $680. Maybe it's because there's just more.
There's more really nice cards.
You got the Honey Wizard, Winnie the Pooh.
Exactly. The Ariel, the Eye to Eye.
Yeah. Okay.
The Steamboat Willie. You have the Circle of Life card. Dumbo, Belle, Hades, Scar, Beast, Powerline, Max Goof.
Yeah.
Mulan.
That is an awesome.
Pongo, Genie, Jasmine, Cruella DeVille. Fire set.
So that makes more sense why those boxes are going for. Wait, you said it was what was the name
Treasure
of
Trove.
Treasure Troves, or what their ETBs are?
Mm-hmm.
So a booster box goes for $600 basically. Whereas a booster box of Wilds Unknown, the Pixar one, the newer one, that one goes for like $233.
Yeah, but it still just came out.
But I mean, that has a bigger card overall. The fact that the Buzz Lightyear market price is $2,400, that's higher than any of the other ones in there. Now, granted, there's just not as many opportunities to hit something, but
it still has some nice cards. You have the Alien in there. You have what is it? The Incredible cards are in there. It's the first set to feature Pixar in it. So I think that's why it'll do well.
So there's your unplanned Lorcana talk.
I'm glad someone teach us how to play.
It would be kind of fun. All right. Actually,
you had something else.
Have this. Yeah.
Oh, tell us about your Disney 100.
So Disney 100, I have been buying internationally. Now it's not.
Oh.
People were just like, "Oh, it's your Irish connection or the guys over in the UK, the Third Down guys." No, it's not. I wish, but they don't have 2023 Disney 100.
Or at least Congo connection.
So I'm buying straight from the jungles of the Congo. No, so this is something that everybody can do, and I'm going to give you some ways to do it, at least in the UK, for sure. In the other EU country, well, UK is not part of the EU anymore, but in the EU countries I'll also mention, you just have to have somebody in the EU that you can send to. Now, there are services. I don't have one that I can recommend like I do for the UK, but for me personally, what I've been doing is for the UK, Third Down, they actually have a system called the UK Locker. Actually, let me do you justice and actually give you the exact name of this thing because I have since forgotten. It is called Card Locker. It's a monthly subscription. I think it's like $21. It's £15, whatever that equates to in dollars. But for people in the US or people outside the US or people outside the UK who want to have cards or anything that they buy there in the UK and have it shipped to them in one package as opposed to buying multiple packages, having them all shipped over, saving yourself on shipping costs. And when it comes time to ship, you can tell them the value of your package. And that's where they determine tariffs and things like that. That is how you are able to buy over in, say, the UK, for example, right? So they'll give you an address. You add that to your eBay addresses. bam, you can start purchasing from eBay UK. It's a pretty simple, straightforward approach. The UK Disney 100, I can tell you the boxes we're now at the point where I can't get any Disney 100 boxes at prices where I was pretty happy.
Mhm.
They have now gone up because I bought like 4 of them over the last few days. And I made such a stupid mistake. I had gotten one guy who had 2 listed. He had them listed for like, I think it was like 2,500 pounds or 2,500 euros, which equates to almost like close to $3,000 a box. And I got him down to like 2,150 in best offers. And what I was trying to do was get him down to 2,000 because the last few ones I had bought were like for 1,700 euros, and the one before that was like 1,800. So I'm like, man, I don't want to pay 2,100. Well, stupid me, because over the same time period, over the last week or two, where I've been trying to buy, apparently several others have. And last night, I go back to this guy, and I'd already maxed out the amount of times you can send an offer to him. And I'm just like, sending him a message. I'm like, hey, before I just buy these outright, like, is there any, like, can you come down to 2,400? It's like 10 o'clock. I finished listing my VeeFriends breaks and all that stuff. I'm about to go to bed. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to pull the trigger. I'm tired of waiting because I've literally been messaging, trying to get this down for 2 weeks. And I go back and it's 1 box left and it's now 3,000. And there's no more best offer. He's like not taking any offers on it. So I missed out on my chance to get it at 2,150. And then again, at my chance to get it at 2,500 euros. And now it's 3,000 euros, which is again equating to like what,
the same price that is
like $3,500 US. So that doesn't mean that you can't still find something, because you know what I did right after that? I was a little bummed out. So I went to Google and I searched EU countries that have dedicated eBay sites, and I found Italy, France, Spain.
Well, wouldn't those be in Italy or Italian and then in Spanish?
Google Translate, baby.
No, I'm talking about the cards.
No, because they only printed this in the UK. This is the only place where they printed. They only printed it in English. So I'm out there buying up these boxes if I can find them. I did find one in France that I'm shipping over to my. Actually, this one is not being shipped to the UK. This one's getting shipped to my connection in Germany. So I've got a guy in Germany, because Germany has a huge card market. In fact, I would say some of the best Disney 100 and other card deals you can find is Germany's eBay website. The prices are not nearly as high. The issue is when it comes to getting those cards out of the country. And then that's where you just have to make sure whatever card service or whatever shipping service you're using, you can either have somebody over there that you know, or use a shipping service that will allow you to dictate pricing on, the value of those contents as they come over. But all of the minutia aside, I bought one for like, I think it was like 1,700 euros, which came out to be a little under $2,000 from France. It just had popped up. I just noticed it. That's what I'm saying. Like there's so many boxes and or cards that I'm finding over there. I'm like, this is an easy flip for more than I'm going to pay in both the cost of it, including the currency transfer, the tariffs, if there's got to be any tariffs on it, and the shipping costs. I would still make money getting it over here. So if you're doing it in the UK, which again, they have the biggest,
they've gone on.
I'd say they have the biggest card market outside of the US, and then it's Germany. But I guarantee you there'd be some who would argue it's Germany and then UK. But if you are buying UK, you need one in the UK. If you're buying in the EU, you can use any of those, like Italy or Germany or France, because they can all ship to each other pretty seamlessly without tariffs and things like that. So that's how I've been doing it.
Have you received any of your European boxes?
That's a good question. I have not yet. Okay. But I do know that the guy who I've been sending to in Germany, he's been corresponding with me, and he lets me know like, hey, he's got them. And the one in the UK, I have not gotten that shipped back to me because I've only sent one item there as of right now.
Is there any kind of differentiation in the boxes from a UK version than a US version?
No.
No,
well,
exactly the
I
same.
mean, if you
There's
look at
not,
the
like,
pictures of them,
region locked, like
Yeah.
Japanese video games, like
they do not have any noticeable differences. They were all printed in Italy originally anyway. So yeah,
all the boxes.
yeah, that's where UK gets Topps UK prints in Italy. And that's why we're kind of hoping,
but not the US ones.
So that's the big deal with like 2025 Disney Chrome. They printed somewhere else because I believe the last ones were printed in Italy, but this 2025 was printed in America, and the gem rate is 30%. It's terrible. Whereas I think the gem rate was like 50 or 60%, maybe higher.
The Italian boxes
with the Italian ones. So
that's deep in the weeds, man.
Oh, I mean, it is, but it's, hey, if you want a deal, you do what you got to do. And that's the thing. I not only
You're really invested in this Disney 100.
I really am.
Why do you think that Disney, like, in your opinion, like, you're collecting all these Disney 100 boxes? Like, do you have a plan for all this collection? Are you just holding to
right
sell?
now? I'm holding it. I'm holding.
What are we doing? Like, tell me, what was your reasoning? What
I have not given the in-game enough attention, other than I know that in the short term, I want to grab them now because I know they're going nowhere but up in value. Right now, you can't find cases of this product. The singles continue to go up. There's a new record literally every week. Now, granted, I know that's not sustainable, and it would be scary if it was like that because that's how you get a bubble. But as of right now, when we compare to Pokemon or we compare to a lot of sports cards, they're still drastically undervalued for some of the biggest characters out there. That is my main reason. There's a lot of like just hard proof and then just basic common sense that tells me that's an undervalued product. So again, 2023, 24 Disney, and in some cases, all new Disney Chrome releases have some kind of value because you'll have new characters in there that the set collectors, the Disney adults, the people that want to have that as their own, they will need that card. So I continue to look for places where I can find, especially the older 2023 and 24, and it's dried up in the US, at least for any reasonable price. It is dried up. You can't find boxes for like less than $4,000 in the US. And cases are, I think the only case I've found on eBay, literally, I think there's one case and I think it's $50,000+. There's 12 boxes in it, So I've got offers on DealerNet. I'm the highest offer on DealerNet for if anybody sells it, because currently there's no one selling a box or a case or anything. But if anybody goes to DealerNet to sell theirs, I'm the highest offer. I have an offer out there for 5 cases at $29,000 each. Like I am willing to put in $150,000 about into buying cases if I could. Now I don't think there's actually going to be anybody who does that, but if someone just happened to be like, oh yeah, I forgot I was sitting on all this. Oh, what are the prices? Oh, I'll go out and sell it right now for this guy who's putting out an offer. I would gladly do it. So it's come to the point where if you want to find it, there's still opportunities. You just got to look outside the US. And that's what I found was the most helpful. So there you go. That's a lot of money
you're investing in Disney 100, man.
Well, I mean,
that's like deep.
But why
would you buy?
Well, hang on.
Cases?
I haven't bought any of that yet, other than those 4 boxes and a few cards.
Boxes. Yeah, true.
Like I want to buy, but I can't. And
what makes you want to buy the boxes instead of like
the wax? Because wax is almost inherently always holds value better than
like a big time.
Now that's also
Mickey Mouse, or
I mean,
well, now that you kind of price out of that, right?
Yeah, it depends, because like even just the refractor Mickeys are going for, we're getting close to $1,000 on just the refractor, not even the numbered stuff. So yeah, we're getting to that point where I know there's still going to be room for growth on the single side, but I would prefer to have the wax if I can get it, because I think that is where I can do the most damage as far as like bang for my buck goes. Because I can buy a box and flip that a little bit easier than I might be able to a single card in some instances, just depending on, the collector out there may be wanting a Mickey Mouse, but maybe someone else wants some different character altogether. And they know for a fact that if I was selling a Mickey Mouse, they're not going to get the Elsa that they're looking for by me selling a Mickey Mouse card. But if I have a box for sale, there's a chance that they could have a low numbered Elsa in there. So yeah, that's my thinking. And so I go back to the card locker with third down trading cards. That is the service I've been using in the UK for buying. And if you're outside of that, then you just got to find another service that mails you.
Do you remember the guy that came to our booth when we set up at the show? His name was Adam. That he was setting up a new show in Franklin.
Mm-hmm.
Him and his wife opened up a hobby box of WWE Chrome and pulled the 1/1 Rhea Ripley signed auto.
Oh,
and
okay.
he just messaged me. He said it's sold and it's sold for $10,000.
That's insane. That's congratulations to him. $10,000 for the Rhea Ripley 101. Rhea Ripley, excuse me. Did Gelman buy it?
That's a different wrestler. That Gelman
Wait,
collects.
who's he collect?
He collects Becky
Oh
Lynch.
No, Becky Lynch. It's Mama who does Rhea Ripley.
We'll get it right eventually, guys.
There's a lot of I want to say characters. I guess they are characters. If
they are characters, technically, right?
All right.
She's not signing her name.
So
Demi.
30 minutes later, we are no longer at our shortest episode.
Come on,
so.
we will never record a shortest episode going forward.
That is the end of your show. We'll be back next week. I'm trying to think. There's other stuff.
There is one little thing that I want to talk about. Back to the bricks and minifix thing. I just thought about it because we're looking to maybe opening up a Patreon. You know, some of the content that YouTuber is on Patreon, and bricks and minifigs. I sent a bunch of letters telling Patreon to deactivate his account, and the CEO of Patreon came on and said that we're absolutely not.
Okay.
And if you have an issue, you can sue us.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Okay. That's kind of cool. I mean, unless it's something I don't like, and then I'll be unhappy about it. But I'm glad that they are standing up for the rights of their users. I did find out, I said this back when we were talking about Marvel Chrome, the Claude Chrome cards, there were definitely numbered ones last year. I don't know why I was thinking they weren't.
I thought there were some reds that you pulled.
Well, there was super fractors too. So I don't know why I spaced, because I think I pulled the Spider-Man. Was it the Claude
Chrome?
Chrome?
That's cool.
That was out of 5. I pulled a Spider-Man out of 5 out of last year's product. I can't remember if it was the Claude Chrome or not.
What would be in this in this Marvel, the Marvel Chrome that's coming out, you have your S tier characters would be probably what? Spider-Man, Wolverine.
We're ending the show, Ray.
Are we ending the show?
Yes, we're done. No, we're done. We passed it.
What are some characters that you think that would be good buys in the new Marvel Chrome set to release this week or next week?
It doesn't release for 3 more weeks.
In 3 more weeks. Let me rephrase that. What are some good undervalued characters that you should buy from the new Marvel Chrome set releasing?
Mickey Mouse. That's your show.
I was trying to work in a clip video, and you totally spaced out.
There's no I've already lost it. We're at an hour and a half, and you had to get back to work. I'm trying to think of you at the same time.
I'm trying to get some content.
I know
here.
You're actually doing the thing that I would prefer us to, is get more content, but I can't now because the listeners are watching and listening to all of this, and I feel very on the spot and I feel embarrassed. So
I'll tell you what.
Actually, I've never felt embarrassed.
I will give you an opportunity. So when you go home tonight, you look at the checklist and you see which characters are undervalued in your opinion.
Okay.
And then you make a video talking about the new release of Marvel Chrome, and you tell me some of the underrated characters.
Okay.
Can we do that?
I'll try my darndest. Because I don't know. We went through all the new characters, and I don't know if
I need some undervalued characters, not new characters.
That's hard to say without seeing all the cards, though. I need to see all the cards to know what's undervalued. That's one of those where I have to have the product out before I could tell you who's undervalued, because I can tell you who the characters are more popular or maybe less popular. It should be, but I couldn't tell you. Last year, it was the Shark Boy or something. Or
Shark Boy.
Was it Shark Boy? Is that the name of the character?
Jeffrey the Shark.
Jeffrey the Shark. That's what it was. Jeffrey the Shark. That one I could have guessed.
Shark Boy is also a wrestler.
But I didn't know for sure would be a popular character. But I would have guessed it was, and it did turn out to be.
You can do that with VeeFriends as well. Just saying.
Well, that one I'd be more.
I'm trying to get some more content out of Sports Boy here.
Jeff the Land Shark, by the way, is in this product, the Marvel product. We have to end. We're ending the show. Goodbye, everybody. We'll see you on the next one. Say goodbye, Ray.
Bye.